Hello everyone, this is Trevor down here at Monster Hobbies in our back room area. And what I'm going to be doing today is I ended up getting a bunch of jigsaw puzzles. Today I thought I would try to build one of these on camera so that you guys can see that all the pieces are here and how it goes together. Now, I don't have any time-lapse photography on this camera or in my editing software, and I'm not going to do it, to make a 16-hour-long video of me putting this together, so it'll be sort of little clips as I'm going along. So these puzzles will be available at Monster Hobbies, of course, once I figure out that everything is there. So without further ado, we've got this nice puzzle from the 50s. This is a Masterpiece series. This was made in Canada back in the day, and it is the famous painting of Whistler's mother. So we'll start here, and hopefully it's all together. Here we have our puzzle building table with the red tablecloth on it, and our puzzle is held together here with rubber bands. This now looks like a ramen noodle. Anyway, that one broke on my finger. Alright, so we'll take those and chuck them over there. Now it appears that this is all sealed up in a nice Ziploc bag, so that's a good sign. Now they wouldn't have had Ziploc bags like this in the 50s, so I believe my own mother may have put the pieces in there. So let's get the box out of the way. And then we'll just unzip this. Lay them all out. Now I've just spread the pieces around, and I found that some of them are still together from the last time this puzzle was built. So here I'm going to be looking for all these edge style pieces. See if I can find them and get them together. There are two pieces here together. So this is actually my first puzzle building YouTube video. I know there's a whole community out there on YouTube that this is all they do. And some of the ladies that are out there, they can build these puzzles in like 45 minutes. Some of them go to big competitions down in the US where they just put puzzles together. It's really cool stuff, so check that all out online on YouTube. So here, as you can see, I spread all the pieces out on the table and turned them all over so I could see the colors on them. And there are some strange pieces that you would think would be edge pieces, but they may not be, like this one here. This could be like a flat edge along the top, but I think the way this is cut, it kind of curves a little. I'm not 100% sure. And other ones like this, that could be the edge right there, but then this could also be in the middle of the puzzle. The only way to really tell is to take the box and just have a look at it. So there's this curtain that comes down here, and then there's the light kind of brown, and the wall texture, which I believe is supposed to be this, if you can see that. It's like a little grain effect on there, waffling or something. So yes, this will be quite interesting to try to get together. The whole puzzle is 16 by 20 inches, so a good picture frame size, approximately 500 pieces. This is Mother by James McNeill. By James McNeill Whistler, American painter, 1834 to 1903. Painted in London in 1871, this picture is owned by the Louvre Museum in Paris, but is on loan to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, until 1957. So I think the Louvre might have this again, considering 57 is 70 years ago coming up. But there is a slight controversially cut puzzle piece in here. I think this one might have been made in Germany. I'm not too sure, but anyway, the rest of the puzzle is made in Canada. So I'll continue to put this one together, and we'll see what happens. Now I've got the bottom edge of the puzzle put together, but it is really tricky because there are some pieces like right here where you think it's the edge, but the way it's cut is perfectly like a 90-degree vertical. So It took a while for me to figure out that this piece section here that I had, which I had upside down, was actually supposed to be rotated and brought into here. So the bottom edge of this puzzle has this little beige color strip that goes along it. And then the other pieces, like these ones, they don't have anything on the edge. So now for me to try to find the top row is going to be a bit difficult, but I'll get it done. One other issue I have is my table actually is warped, and it's like this right along this edge. So my puzzle's going to have a bit of a curve to it, but I'll keep going here. So I got a little bit further on this puzzle. I actually found the painting that's within the painting. So that's that one there. And yeah, the rest is still quite a mystery as to figure it all out. 500 pieces, but I've spent a long time trying to figure this thing. So this wall texture here are the pieces back there, which are supposed to go somewhere in here. Maybe there somehow. But we'll see as this progresses, of course. So I'm starting to get a few more pieces in proximity. And what I thought I would do is measure this out up here so I know how big the puzzle is, so that then I can figure from the photograph on the box where these basically associate to. But I'm running into that curvature problem. So here you can see like the pieces want to flex like a tank tread. So what I'm going to do is move this whole thing down here and reposition the camera so that I'm actually working on a flatter area and not a mountain peak. So in order to solve this puzzle, I decided to group the pieces into their shapes as best I could. And basically, let's see what we got. So along here, I'm calling this the T piece because it kind of looks like the letter T. You've got two flat spots and then two buttons going along, and look at how many of them there are. And then here it's just random. I haven't really sorted them out. But here we've got 3 holes in the flat. Then here we've got 2 holes, a peg, and a flat, or a pin, I guess. Those ones are together, so I'm not breaking them up. Here we've got a C piece, and then this is a C with a button on the back. And then these are like S hooks, you know, like you use these in camping. And then these are S hooks with a button on the bottom. And then these are S hooks with 2 buttons. And then here I've got 3 holes and 1 button, and these kind of look like people if you look at it like they're running. And then here we've got 4 holes, and this is the only one with 4 buttons that I found. Here I've got a flat, 2 flat sides and a button. Then here we've got, these all look like people, got 3 holes. Oh wait, what's going on here? We've got 1 hole and 3 buttons. Down here we've got, oh yeah, it's all 1 hole and 3 buttons. Except for that one. It's in the wrong spot. That should be up here, the 3 holes. This is 2 holes, 2 buttons, which also look like people kind of moving. And that was the S ones with 2 buttons. Getting my camera strap in the way too. Here I've got a flat spot with 3 pins. And then this is just random. So hopefully these shape groupings will help me out with the rest of this Whistler's Mother puzzle, because frankly these things are really cut very strange compared to modern puzzles. But again, that makes it all just as challenging, doesn't it? So my wife and I have been working on this puzzle together, and it is really a complicated one. So if you like excellent challenges, this one is for you. And we actually were able to connect Whistler's Mother up here to the top of the border, and we figured out the height in here. Just need a piece on this side to connect in here, and then we can start filling in the curtain and all these components. So again, really challenging puzzle, and hopefully we can get this together. And we've been working on this for a few days now. Here's the puzzle after a few days, and I am getting these areas filled up. It's been quite a struggle because of the weirdness of the pieces. Like, look at this one, for example. Have you ever seen a puzzle piece like that? And there's also, like, the way it's cut, there's half pieces that connect. So they're, you know, like one of these little buttons, there'll be a piece that's cut halfway up the button and locks the left and right hand side. And when they're together, they form over the button. Like crazy stuff like that. I don't know how they cut this in the 50s, but anyway. So need to fill in this section and up here with the curtain and the edge. But there is one of these tan colored pieces that's missing. So I'm going to see if I can't, once this is together, make a copy of that. I've seen people, they take photographs of the box and then kind of enlarge it in a bigger section, and then they'll cut the piece out and glue it to a piece of cardboard. So I'm going to see if I can do that. But in the meantime, got to finish more. Here's the Whistler's Mother puzzle finished, and we are missing, I believe, 4 pieces, because this would not be one big piece. It would probably be broken here or something weird. But anyway, so I'm missing one of these ones, this little one up here, and then this one. And I'm not quite sure if I have cardboard that's going to be that thick, because this is a pretty thick grade. But I will try to reproduce these pieces. Maybe I'll just make this 3 pieces, save some time. I'm going to see if I can match up the color in here just with some of the paints that I have, acrylic paints. And hopefully it'll work out okay. So what I'll do is I'll carefully, I don't know, try to lift this up and slide a piece of paper under here. And then with a nice mechanic pencil, try to trace this onto the paper for each of the pieces. And then I'll transfer this onto some thicker cardboard that I have that might work out. And then once that's established, I'll paint the pieces when they're cut out. And hopefully it'll work out. Here's our puzzle, and I found this cardboard that's pretty much the same thickness as the actual pieces. And I slipped it in behind, like I said, and I used my mechanical pencil, and I drew out the shape of the missing piece. There's that top one there. This one is, I do believe, supposed to be 2 pieces, but I'm doing it as one, and that's one that goes there. And then the final piece here, I actually did cut it out. I didn't have my hobby knife here, so I used an OFA huge knife, and I'm not going to cut the other pieces out with that. But anyway, here's this one. And as you can see, it fits pretty nicely right in the spot where it's supposed to go. Now all I have to do is try to color match this with my paints, and then I'll physically paint this piece to match so that it looks correct. Here's our puzzle after I painted up the missing pieces in here. So I've got one there, and one down here. The only one you could really tell is repaint is down here, but the other ones pretty much blend in with the colors. And that's because there's a lot of complicated stuff going on here that I couldn't really match. But overall, I think this puzzle is now ready to disassemble, put back in the box, and then sell here at Monster Hobbies. Well, I hope you enjoyed our puzzle build. It did take longer than I thought, but at any rate, this is still a pretty cool puzzle for the vintage. I do believe it's 1956. So if you're interested, don't forget to check it out on our website, www.monster-hobbies.ca, or come and visit us in the store. We are down in High River, Bay number 1. Bay number 1, 127 3rd Avenue Southwest in High River, Alberta, Canada. Phone number is 403-652-5019. And until next time, everybody, happy puzzle building, and we'll see you in the next puzzle creation video.